Today we're going to watch a video of what you're going to do next week when you come into class. I know some of you have already seen a little bit of a preview, but I want all 4th and 5th grade to watch this so you'll be ready to put together your clay pot next week when you come to art class, and you won't have to watch this intro again. You'll just be ready to go. Our learning goal is we can make a 3D form using a clay slab. And here are some examples. Again, some classes have seen this. Wednesday's classes, Brown and Steffen's class, you have not seen this, but I still want everyone to go through this as a review. So here are some examples of our my 3D slab pots. And it's called a puzzle piece pot because it fits together like two puzzle pieces. When we have a pattern, a net is a pattern that you use to make a 3D form. Form is the art word that we use for something that is three-dimensional. It's often called the 3D shape, but the art word is actually called form. So I'm going to start. You're going to have a pattern that's going to be the top and the bottom. The top and the bottom are going to be congruent. Congruent to something that's equal or something that has the same size and shape. So this, the top and the bottom, is congruent. Now what shape, if I'm making a triangular prism, what shape will my sides be? A rectangle. So how many of those am I going to need? So now you can see the pieces that I need are, I'm going to need 2 triangles, and I'm going to need 1, 2, 3 rectangles. I want to make a cube. How many sides does a cube have? We have the top and the bottom, and we have 4 sides. So we have our 6 congruent squares, those are all the same, that go together to make a cube. And another shape you can make a rectangular. The top and the bottom are my congruent shapes. I'm also going to have 2 sides that are going to be the same. So again, Brown's class and Steffen's class, these are the patterns that I will have for you to use. But if you want to make something that is not a triangular prism, a rectangular prism, or a cube, you are welcome to bring your own pattern. And I have my 2 squares. So now I have 4 rectangles and 2 squares that make my shape. You're going to take a quiz on some 3D forms after this video as well, called a slab of clay. I'm going to have that already rolled out for you. And what you want to do when you come in is you're going to cut 2 for the top and the bottom. You're going to have a paper clip tool. And I want you to put your pieces together as closely as you can, because we want to make good use of the slab. If I put it in the middle, I may not have room to cut any other shapes out of the outside areas. So I'm going to show you how I laid out these pieces. I put them as close together as I can. I still don't have quite enough room to fit on my 3rd rectangle, and that's okay. I'm going to put the pieces together and roll them out again. So first, take out your pieces, and when we take our leftover pieces, please do not take it and squish it together. That makes it extremely hard to roll out. It makes the clay dry and cracked, and you spend all your time rolling out your clay instead of making your clay pot. So I will have some rollers that you can put your clay together. Notice I just stuck it together, smoothed it out, and you can cut out whatever last piece you need. So I have my extra clay scraps. Even with the scraps, I'm not going to wad them up. That makes it very hard to reuse. Just simply put it off to the side. You're going to start with your bottom piece. Make sure it's on the canvas so it doesn't stick to the table. Use your paper clip, and you're going to score. This will be review for those of you who have done clay before. Scoring is making these little marks in the clay. Next step is going to be slip. Slip is this clay and water mixture. It's kind of, think of it as like a glue for the clay. I put some on my fingertip, just 1 finger, and when I run it over those marks that I just made, it kind of like sucks it down in there. So when I put the pieces together, it will stick. So I'm going to stick that right together. This step is very important. If you skip this, your pot is very likely to fall apart because it looks like it will stick together when it's wet, because the water is in there. The moisture holds it together. As it dries, the water, it dries out and it will just come right apart. So this is very important. You must score, slip, and stick.
Score, slip, and stick. I take my clay and I score, slip, and stick. I score my clay with a paper clip. I spread the slip with my fingertip. I squish my clay so that it will stick. Score, slip, and stick. Score, slip, and stick.
First of all, take your finger and smooth it out on the inside and on the outside. You don't want to see those marks where you put them together. But another way to reinforce it is to take some clay and roll out a coil of clay. Just really quickly score it and put it in like this. Now I'm ready to put the top on. So I'm going to make this all one piece, and then I'm going to cut the lid apart. Because you should remember I called it a puzzle piece form, and we're going to cut it to make the top and the bottom fit together. So I'm going to put that on, and then I'm going to really smooth the sides together. Okay, now I have it all put together. You may want to design it, you may want to add some texture if you want to make this look like a piece of pie or cake. Clay, I'll give you popsicle sticks. You don't have to use your finger like I'm doing this, but you can take some of that that thick clay, the thick slip. That makes good, it's like good texture for icing. After you've decorated and you're done with that, you're going to cut it apart. So you're going to take your paper clip and you're going to decide how thick you want your lid, and you're just going to go all the way around. It could be a wavy line, it can be a straight line, and the bottom part. And then you'll want to take your fingertip and smooth out the clay so that when it dries, it doesn't have any rough edges. So go ahead and check your e-learning assignment. This is what we're doing next week. I do have a very short assignment for you to do today. Have fun.